Beating skinny fat is a lot like crafting in Minecraft, and it's safe to say me and my brother have found the recipe to beating skinny fat for good. However, we made the exact same mistakes as every skinny fat guy makes starting out. So today, we're going to go over exactly what we'd do again if we had to start completely from scratch. Number one off rip would be to sign up to an actual gym. So when I first started lifting, for some reason, I was just petrified of actually signing up to a gym. So instead, what I first did was I bought a bench off Facebook for $50, cleaned it up, got rid, dusted off all the cobwebs, and then I'm like, okay, I've got the bench. So I found a broomstick and I started collecting milk jugs, and I ended up filling the milk jugs up with water and then putting them inside shopping bags and using that as like adjustable weights to put on the ends of the broomstick. And so for the first month, this is the only equipment I had. I was doing bench press, shoulder press, and sit-ups, I think.
Bicep curls.
And some bicep curls. Anyway, I did that for a month. I'm like, all right, this is just fucking stupid now because I couldn't fill up the shopping bags with enough milk jugs because I started getting a bit stronger. So I ended up going out to a scrapyard after school on the way to the bus stop, and I got these rusty old weights. And the guy fucking scammed me. He charged me like $60 or something like that for these old crusty weights. I bought 15 kilos and I bought 20 kilo plates. So I started to use those. I could only do those for a few reps. Believe it or not, it took me months to get to a 40 kilo bench press.
And then I remember we started filming gym videos, so the weights were just like brown and blue because of the rust. So we ended up painting the weights to make them look like decent weights on video. We ended up painting like gloss black. And then a couple of months in, we had the great expansion where we found this cable set on Facebook Marketplace. It was lat pull downs, there was an ab crunch side, and the other side had a preacher curl machine. So we spent like the next couple of days assembling that, finally assembled it, and then we get 2 reps into lat pull downs and the entire fucking thing just explodes.
Anyway, that was just a long-winded version of saying, don't waste your time. Unless you're balling and you can afford a massive home gym, or you already have a really, really good home gym, just sign up for the gym. It's going to be cheaper. You're going to have every machine you can ask for. You're going to have people that can help you out with your form. You can make friends there. The vibe is better. It's way more motivating because we were literally just walking out at like 8 o'clock in Australian winter into this garage. Freezing. We were working out in Ugg boots. Point being, I couldn't do the program that I needed to do to maximize my muscle hypertrophy. So I pretty much wasted a bunch of potential and time when if I just signed up to the gym at the start, learned what I needed to learn, I would have probably gotten twice the results within a year.
So number 2 is follow one trustworthy program. So when people start out, they try all sorts of programs, and that's okay because you're experimenting, but if you can get one program and follow it consistently from the start, one that works for you, you are going to make great progress, especially in that newbie gains process.
Yeah, so a lot of people say like the gym is just trial and error. And yeah, that's all good and well, like learn from your mistakes, but avoid it as much as you can. If you can just get it right the first time, you can avoid making all those mistakes. And most of the slip-ups for most people, and for me personally, come from listening to multiple sources of information. Listening to this guy, and then this guy says something else. This guy says focus on the stretch of the movement. This guy says focus on the squeeze of the movement. This guy says you should cut. This guy says you should bulk. Everyone says different things, you'll notice. It's why you need to honestly just pick one person to listen to and pick one trustworthy program and follow that.
To be honest, realistically, you've got 3 options. The programs that are actually going to get you the best results. You got push, pull, leg split, upper, lower, and full body. You can pretty much ignore everything else unless you're doing some kind of specific sport or some hybrid training. And then everyone's confused as to where you can get them. If you go on the link in the description, we have nothing to sell you. It's literally completely free. The 3 programs are right there. You just go down in the description, go into the Spartan Society, go to Classrooms, and you'll find the 3 programs right there alongside with the diet programs.
If I had that just sitting there to be able to just download as a PDF, chuck on my phone when I first started out, holy fuck, I would have made so much progress. I was writing in my notepad on my phone like certain exercises and what exercises.
People make such a mess of it.
But if you just have a program, you can just stick to it and just make consistent progress. Number 3 is just eat. Don't worry about looking really good in the first year because you're not going to. You're way better off just being in a calorie surplus, meaning eating more food than you need in order to gain weight, aka a bulk, than you are to bulk for half, try cut, or just start out trying to cut the weight. You just need to put on muscle. If you're skinny fat, that means you have a lack of muscle. That's literally all that means. It means you're slightly high body fat and very low in muscle. You need to build that muscle first. Otherwise, if you cut without building the muscle, you're just gonna look skinny. And then you're just gonna have to start bulking from there anyway. And then by the time that's there after your first year, you can strip the fat off and you'll look good.
Great example, just look at Jack's fitness. Like, how long has that guy been working out? He goes on about how hard he trains. The guy doesn't eat. This is what he considers a high calorie dinner. If you're not eating, you're not making progress.
The food is what grows the muscle. You need to eat, all right? If you want to put on muscle, literally just focus on eating.
Which leads us on to number 4, eating clean. While it might be tempting to just eat like shit on a bulk, and it's a great excuse to just go to Macca's every single day, indulge in KFC, this is exactly what I did when I first started working out, and it had me just looking like absolute shit. And the problem with this is, while you might be able to gain muscle during this time, you're just not going to feel very good about it. It's all going to be an illusion because you're going to be so full of water, you're going to be sodium ridden, you're going to be bloated and mistaking that for progress when it's just not.
I started obsessing over the scale and just getting the number up on the scale. And all this did was me ending up holding heaps of water and just being really high body fat, which was just super unnecessary because studies now show that being in an excessive calorie surplus, which is past 600 calories, really only equals about 10% more muscle gain, but like 3 times the fat gain. It's just not worth it. Like, you may as well be in a moderate calorie surplus for a longer amount of time because that essentially just eliminates you having to do extreme cuts and potentially lose that muscle anyway. Also, I was using the excuse of, oh, it's just so much easier to eat unhealthy. You know, like, for some reason people seem to think that it's cheaper to eat unhealthy. That's just not the case as well. Like, if you just buy ingredients and you don't get all the fancy stuff and make the meals yourself, it's so cheap. You have to learn how to cook healthy food because you can go to McDonald's, KFC and just be happy ordering food, but you need to learn like the life skill of being able to cook healthy meals that you can eat on a consistent basis. And specifically for skinny fat guys, you don't want to pack on any more fat because once again, skinny fat guys are low muscle mass and high body fat. So you want to increase the muscle mass without increasing the body fat.
Guys, the reason Dylan McKnight and Sam Sulek can get away with drinking chocolate milk is because they're human furnaces. They're injecting copious amounts of steroids into their glutes, okay? You aren't. Anyway, that leads us on to number 5, progress your lifts. You need to incorporate progressive overload. If you aren't lifting more every single month, you are not gaining muscle. Dude, the amount of people I see walk into the gym lifting the exact same weight, so come January, they're lifting 2.5 kilos on the tricep push downs. Come December, they're lifting 2.5 kilos on the tricep push downs. They look the exact same.
Do you ever notice that when you're in the gym for a while, you start looking around, you're like, wait a minute, these people were here when I first started here. And they look exactly the same. And they literally just go to the gym to say they go to the gym, but they don't make progress because they don't progress their lifts.
Because it's a free gym and you don't have a personal trainer, you tend to dawdle around, you go on your phone, you relax. If you can find a gym bro that's the exact same strength level, that will be ideal because you guys will start pushing yourself. And if one of you is tracking your lifts, that's going to give you a good metric to track for your next session and you can push yourselves forward because it's so easy to get complacent and comfortable lifting the exact same weight because lifting more weight is hard. And a lot of people just don't want to do it.
Okay, so in conclusion, when you start, sign up to a proper gym. Follow one single trustworthy program. Be in a calorie surplus and bulk, but do it clean. And progress your lifts. You really don't need to worry about anything else except that if you're a skinny fat guy, that is going to help you pack on the muscle without putting on excess body fat. And then after this year, or even towards the end of the first year, you can strip that fat off and you'll look pretty good after a year. And here's the thing, guys. I didn't do exactly this. This is what I wish I would do if I had to start again. If I had to do it perfectly, I would do this. And to be honest, I think I could probably get what I did in 2 years within that first year. I'm confident that what I did in 2 years could have literally just been done in the first year by doing things right from the start. Because you don't know what you don't know.
So most of you have the information, but a lot of you are lacking the accountability and the implementation. So if you guys do want help with this, go down in the description and book a call to work one-on-one with us. We're currently looking to work with 5 more clients at a ridiculous discount. With that being said, guys, have a good week and I'll see you in the next one.